Welcome to my home. I'll take you on a guided tour.
Hello and welcome to my commencement for the annual Tomb Raider series playthrough. Going to be playing through all 12 mainline entries in the series. There will be breaks between certain groupings of these games. The first group will be Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll take a break doing other games, and then I'll come back with the next group, which will be Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, and then so on and so forth with each grouping of the games in the series. So I've put it to the Croft Manor only for the sake of having somewhere neutral to keep Lara while I do my intro stuff. For this playthrough, I won't be doing the Croft Manor as part of it. The Leaps of Faith challenge for this playthrough is very, very, very intricate. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes throughout the whole playthrough. So essentially, they're the rules, and I'll go over the rules verbally as well, so that people who aren't on Twitch at the time of watching this, because they might be on YouTube, watching it after the stream is finished, can actually understand what is going on in the challenge. So essentially, Lara can only do standing jumps, so cannot walk, run, step back, dive, or roll. Exception: gaps that can't be cleared by a standing jump. So if there's a platform to get to, and it's the only platform that we need to get to, and it's too wide to actually make with just doing a standing jump, then I'm allowed to do a running jump in those cases. I can turn Lara's direction on the spot. So if I want Lara to be facing left, I'm allowed to actually just turn her on the spot. So for example, I can do it here. I'm allowed to make Lara turn on the spot like this to change which direction she's facing. I'm allowed to slide down slopes. I'm allowed to climb, swim, and allowed to pick up items. If I'm not directly above an item and I still press the button to pick it up and Lara automatically shimmies across a little bit and then picks it up, that's okay. That's allowed. Same with pulling like a lever or a switch as well. So if she's not exactly on top of the item but close enough, then she'll automatically position herself to pick it up. This is allowed. When enemies are attacking, if the enemy pushes Lara along the ground, that's okay as long as I don't do a roll or just start running to get away from the enemy. So whatever damage I take from the enemy, I have to just accept. I can use health kits, of course, but in terms of like the enemy pushing Lara on the ground and me fighting back, I can do jumps to get out of the way. So I can do backward jump, but I can't do a step back. And a step back is essentially Lara not really jumping back, but she's just basically taking a little step back. So I'm not allowed to do that. So the challenge is very, very specific. And this game, of course, and the early titles are all based on the grid and all that kind of stuff. I'm allowed to move the camera like this and all that kind of stuff too, as well. But it's all grid based in how it moves. So that's an explanation of what the leap or the Leaps of Faith challenge is for Tomb Raider 1. We're going to go out of this Croft Manor level and we're going to jump into the game proper. You might see at certain points the graphics go from this to this really quickly. It's only because when the cutscenes are playing, the cinematics, if you actually want the edges smoothed in those cutscenes, you need to have the remastered graphics setting on. So I'll be switching when the cutscenes are on to the new graphics just so that the pixelation around the edges in the cutscene is gone. And then when the cutscene is finished, I'll switch back to the old graphics. But in the transition, you might slightly see a graphical change between one and the other. But for the whole playthrough, and the same with Tomb Raider 2, 3, Last Revelation, Chronicles, and Angel of Darkness, all those games, I'm going to be using the remastered version, but I'm going to be switching the graphics so that it's the old school version for all of those as well. So with that out of the way, let us jump into the playthrough and the challenge. And just doing new game fresh from the start, no new game plus.
What's a man gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
It's hard to say exactly, but you seem to be doing fine.
Well, great. Though truth is, it ain't me that wants you.
Oh?
No, Miss Jacqueline Natla does, from Natla Technologies. You know, creator of all things bright and beautiful.
Seal it, Larson.
Ma'am.
Feast your eyes on this, Lara. How does that make your wallet rumble?
I'm sorry. I only play for sport.
Then you'll like a big park. Peru, vast mountain ranges to cover, sheer walls of ice, rocky crags, savage winds, and there's this little trinket, an age-old artifact of mystical powers buried in the unfound tomb of Qualapec. That's my interest. You could leave tomorrow. Are you busy tomorrow?
Hey there, Kioni. Welcome back to another stream. Zereth, leap of... Wait, that's not a haystack. It definitely isn't. No haystacks in this game. That's for sure. So I've reused the commands for my recent Assassin's Creed 3 Disarm challenge, and I've just slightly altered the description of them so that they actually match this playthrough of Tomb Raider. So whenever I accidentally break a challenge rule in this playthrough, I'll be able to start fresh with the fail command with this new game as well. So I've set that up now. So of course, at the very start of the playthrough, so far, no challenge rules for leaps of faith have actually been broken. Now, as we can see, the camera is positioned so that it's on this side angle of Lara, and so this is a good time to sort of like talk about a style of jump that is actually definitely still available to do. First off, though, I want to start my saves for this playthrough. So we'll go and start a new save file. There we go. All right. So with the camera on this position, for example, if I wanted Lara to jump to her left, I'm allowed to do that. Like that. Same with to her right. There might be some points where the camera is like this automatically, and that'll mean that when I'm actually doing these side jumps, instead of having to let go of all the buttons every single time I do a jump, I'll be able to hold down the jump button and hold down the left or right to make Lara do these side jumps without accidentally failing the challenge. Now, standing on doing a jump like that just now is okay, because in this game, when you actually have Lara jump and she's holding on and she goes forward, she'll actually slightly move forward. And that's actually allowed in the playthrough. So as you can see, when I jump on the spot and I push forward slightly, then Lara will actually move forward slightly. Now that's actually allowed in this challenge. And of course, I'm not going to do it because doing so would fail the challenge rule prematurely, but I can jump backwards, but that's the kind of jump backwards, not the actual step backwards. So I'm allowed to do jumping backwards, but I'm not allowed to do stepping backwards. And so when I hit a wall, it doesn't matter if I hit a wall as long as I was jumping at it before I hit it. So moving forward, I can actually jump forward. Now I can't make Lara run, and I can't do a roll. So if I want Lara to actually change direction, I'm allowed to have her spin on the spot. So I'm allowed to do this. So if I've got Lara positioned like this to do that jump, but let's say I want her to jump on an angle, then I'm allowed to turn her to face a different angle and then do a jump. As I'm going forward in the air, the game lets you actually move Lara's direction slightly, so I'm allowed to do that. So for example, if I have Lara like this, as I'm jumping her through the air, I'm allowed to turn left or right to make her slightly go to the left or right in midair, like this. Now getting hit is okay, as long as I don't press back to step back, and I don't start running as well. Alright, so with Lara in here, sliding down slopes is allowed. So as we see here, this is a sloped ledge. So I'm allowed to actually jump on a sloped ledge, and then as Lara slides down, I can then do a jump forward. Now naturally, I'm allowed to actually pull Lara up over a ledge. Now here we have a pickup. I can't walk to it, but if I do certain maneuvering, I should be able to get close enough to it to be able to pick it up. Now I'm not directly on it, but I'm allowed to still interact with the item to pick it up. And as we see, Lara will automatically slightly move over to position herself. So this kind of thing is allowed, as long as I'm as close as possible to the item before picking it up. There we go. Yeah, Keone, Leap of Lara, absolutely. So if I tried to make Lara jump forward at this point, she would do that. But sometimes she won't make the jump. But if what she's actually jumping to is not higher than the greatest height when she's in the air fully, then she'll actually make it without having to get near the wall to climb it. Fuck. Oh man. That's a fail. because I rolled instinctually. I don't know if it's in every old school Tomb Raider game, but if you actually roll when you land, it sometimes can actually reduce how much damage you take. So that's an example of something I'm not allowed to do in this challenge for the whole game. I'm not allowed to do that. But the punishment is just adding to the count. There's no restarting the mission. There's no reload checkpoint or anything like that. But there's no rule where I have to make a save at the start of the level, and then if I mess up a challenge rule, I have to reload that save at the start of the level and all that kind of stuff. It's just adding to the count. But that just is a great example of doing something naturally as part of how you always play a game over and over and over again, and then accidentally falling back into that pattern when you're trying to do a playthrough where you're actually not supposed to do the things that you're normally doing. Alright, so as we saw before, when I did the jump and then fell past and then landed on the ground, naturally it was because we had not enough space on the ledge to actually have Lara land on it without falling past it. A solution here with this challenge rule is to actually put Lara on an angle, and since Lara is almost at the start of this tile here, if we have her on an angle, I can more precisely line her up with a tile on the opposite side here. And I can use the space like this to get Lara closer and closer to an edge. Alright, so not on the very, very edge, but we're close enough. Now, Lara was able to make that jump from a standing jump. As I said before, it's okay if Lara hangs off a ledge and pulls herself up. That's allowed. Hey there, Octavius. Welcome back to another stream. I hope things are going well. Oh, no time to chill really in this playthrough. However, I definitely can take my time though. Because there is a lot of sort of like methodical thinking with this challenge and also problem solving. There might be some situations I haven't accounted for when coming up with the challenge rules that I might need to problem solve on the fly. I don't mind puzzle games. Um, like I like Tetris, old school Tetris, and all that kind of stuff. Keone, how long does it take to complete this game? Well, it just depends. Like it takes me a while, even though I've played the game quite a few times now, because I don't remember every single route, and I don't take shortcuts and stuff. I mean, the only shortcut I do take is a jumping glitch where you can have Lara, if you position her correctly, she'll actually teleport to the top of a structure. Like I do that shortcut, but I don't do any sort of like level skips or anything like that. Um, but when I did a test of this level with this challenge rule off stream, it took me about 18 minutes to get through the first level. Not sure about that one, Octavius. Like, I don't know. Like, probably more retro puzzle games are my thing, I think. I don't mind games that have puzzles in them, though. Now, what's tricky about this is that there's actually a timer to get into the thing. Oh, that's okay, Octavius. There we go. Got through. Yeah, Octavius, yes. So that door is on a timer. So if you don't get there in time, it'll close on you. And for this challenge, because I can't just directly run and all that kind of stuff, it means that those moments are going to be even trickier to make sure that I actually get there without running or even walking as well, or rolling. They're also something I can't do in this challenge. So a trick I'm allowed to use is jump on the spot, but slightly move Lara forward with each successive jump, to make her jump slightly forward in increments on the spot. So Lara doing that to automatically pick up the item is okay. There we go. Level 1 done. Failed the challenge rules so far once. Took about 20 minutes to get through level 1. I was saying before that there's probably going to be some parts where I need to problem solve and also think about, with the challenge rules, what things I have to make exceptions for. Pushing blocks is something that is absolutely required in this game. And of course, Lara can't grab a block and then jump with it to move it forward. So when it comes to moving blocks, I'm allowed to have Lara move it. And of course, in order to move the block, she needs to be planted with her feet on the ground and moving forward while pushing the block. So an exception I can add to this playthrough is that I'm allowed to have Lara push blocks that need to be pushed, or pull blocks that need to be pulled as well. Oh, thank you, Octavius. Yeah, I was sort of thinking about what kind of like unique challenge I could do with this game. Not saying I'm the first person on the planet to think of this kind of playthrough, but I mean to say for my own kinds of challenges I do with the Tomb Raider series, I was thinking of something that I could do that for me was very, very sort of like different than just, can't use heals or can only use dual pistols or, other sorts of challenges that you can do as well. And I was sort of thinking, if it works with this game, I wonder how far I can push it in other games. When this playthrough is finished, I'm not going to be doing this challenge with the other games, but I mean to say, in the future at some point, I might decide to do this with Tomb Raider 2, say, in the future. But my Tomb Raider 2 playthrough that's coming up after this one's finished won't be this challenge applied to Tomb Raider 2 or anything. So I'm going to have to amend what the rules are for that. The only problem is I end up running out of space to put words in. So what I might do is take out the word challenge when it comes to the capitalized name of the challenge. Lara can only do standing jumps. I can take out the word so and put standing jumps hyphen cannot walk, run, step back, dive. I'll take all roll out and just put roll. Gaps that can't be cleared by, I don't need to put by a standing jump, I can just put by standing jump. By standing jump don't count. Lara's direction can be turned. I don't need to put while after turned, I can just put turned on the spot. Can slide down slopes, climb, swim. I'll take and pick up items and just leave it as swim, pick up items. If she's not, I can take out she, because obviously we're talking about Lara. If not exactly on top of the item, I can take the out. So it's top of item, not top of the item. If not exactly on top of item, but close enough, then I can take she out again and put, then will, I can shorten automatically to auto. Top of item, but close enough, then will auto position. I can take herself out and just put auto position to pick it up. This is allowed. If moved by enemies or their attacks, it's okay for that to happen. Now I can actually put in an exception for moving blocks. Can push / pull blocks. Alright, so the original version of the message was Tomb Raider 1996 Leaps of Faith Challenge. Lara can only do standing jumps, so cannot walk, run, step back, dive, or roll. Gaps that can't be cleared by a standing jump don't count. Lara's direction can be turned while on the spot. can slide down slopes, climb, swim, and pick up items. If she's not exactly on top of the item but close enough, then she will automatically position herself to pick it up. This is allowed. If moved by enemies or their attacks, it's okay for that to happen. So the original message didn't leave me much room to add more words. So now the new version of the message should now happen when I put the command in. There we go. Yeah. So that allowed me at the end to put if moved by to put can push pull blocks. There we go. Octavius, you don't know why, but you started again your addiction. Total War Rome 2. Well, that's definitely fair enough, Octavius. There's definitely something then about the game that keeps you wanting to go back to it and revisit it. That's cool. Hey El Kelmai, welcome on in. So like, why are you doing this though to highlight the grid-based world and jump distances? Not like that was sort of like part of what made me think of the challenge was like how the whole game is sort of like, grid-based and all that kind of stuff. And so I thought, oh, what if I did a challenge that is built around Lara having to only jump from one spot to the next, and how that would be as like a challenge playthrough as well. So that's sort of like a combination of stuff. So this playthrough could be taken as like a showing of the way that they've worked out distances and all that kind of stuff. But it's not necessarily me teaching about it, if that makes sense. So it's sort of like a combination of things, being inspired by just the fact that it's a grid-based sort of thing, and then thinking what challenge related to jumping could I do, and all that kind of stuff. So far it has been. Alchemy, yeah. I haven't gone through the whole game with this challenge for a test run, but I did test out the first level off stream. So that's an example of the enemy touching Lara and pushing her along, and I'm not allowed to do a roll in response or move. I can do jumps around and all that kind of stuff if I want to, and I can turn Lara on the spot to face different directions while attacking the enemy. But as far as running away from the enemy or doing a roll to reposition Lara, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, accidentally made her actually move without jumping. So that's another fail. Swimming is allowed. That's one of the exceptions as well. Hey there, Senny. I see we're playing Lara Frog Simulator. That's actually a good thing to call it too, as well. I'm allowed to do this move. Yeah, El Kermai, she folded like a lawn chair. That's true. Oh my fucking god. I selected the wrong friggin' thing. I selected load game, not friggin' save. Hey there, wicked Mr. E. Welcome on in. How's things? Oh, nice, wicked. That's cool. Glad to hear that things are going good. You had a nice 10 kilometer walk. Oh, very good. That definitely would have been really good to have. Hey there, Coffee. These creative challenges you keep finding. Jump only, no medkits, no save pistol only. Let's go. Yeah, I thought I would do this challenge for Tomb Raider, and depending on how I feel about this challenge type after this first game, not for my next playthrough of Tomb Raider 2 coming up, but in a future playthrough of Tomb Raider 2, I might decide to do this challenge with that game as well. Austria, good day, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Thank you, Keone, for redeeming that as an Arnie impression. Thank you very, very much. you, and it's your favorite line from Dumb and Dumber. It is so funny too, though. When she says that she's from Austria and he thinks that she said Australia.
Ah, his arrival was foretold. A man with hair-making skills worth gold. A braider from the dark, a braider from the light. Tom is here to continue his fight. The fight as a hairdresser, of course. Mr. Hardy, the poet, is back, is biz.
Thank you, Ave, for redeeming that as a Bane impression. Thank you very much. That's very, very clever. Nicely done. Tom the Braider. Coffee, have you ever actually heard anyone in Australia say shrimp on the barbie? You really doubt it. Oh, not that I could remember, no. Oh, that's all good, Ave. That's no worries at all. So it was supposed to be back in biz. No worries at all.
His arrival was foretold. A man with hair-making skills worth gold. A braider from the dark, a braider from the light. Tom is here to continue his fight. The fight as a hairdresser, of course. Mr. Hardy, the poet, is back in biz.
It's okay, Ave. I definitely don't mind redoing redemptions. If there's something that was incorrectly said and stuff like that, there's no worries. I am, thanks, Ave. Yeah, I am doing good, thanks. Yeah, I finished off Rise of the Tomb Raider earlier. It took about, I think it was like 5 hours to finish off what I had left, and I wanted to make a start on this playthrough while it was still Saturday, so it'll be a shorter stream, but it's good to make a start on this playthrough though. How's things with you? It was good like it was. You just fucked up. Oh, that's all good, Ave. I don't mind redoing it. Hmm. Got to think about that for a second. Shimmying on something. Should I be allowed to shimmy? Because shimmying is a manual movement that doesn't include jumping. Pulling up and over a ledge is fine because there's going to be ledges where it's impossible to even get on top of it unless Lara is hanging off of it first and then pulls herself up. But in terms of like shimmying along, that's her shimmying to the side or like left or right as well. You know what? It might seem like an unfair thing to add as a rule, but I'm going to add a rule that I'm not allowed to shimmy along ledges in this. Unless it's completely unavoidable, because there will be some parts of the game where we do need to shimmy along, especially when we need to get to a point where we can't jump on top of something and then and then move along to get to it as well. Although, does shimmying on a ledge to get a position, should I really count that as something I can't do? Like, is allowing it making the challenge easier? Not necessarily, because it's not like it's allowing Lara to teleport to a different spot. It's not letting Lara get more health. It's not letting Lara be invincible without dying. It doesn't do anything like that. It's just simply changing Lara's position while hanging off of something so that she can actually do it. Yeah, I'll let it slide. I'll make that as an exception. Can push pull blocks. Can shimmy along ledges / edges. Are you doing good? You just got back from shopping with some friends. Was planning to be out for some more hours just doing fun things that aren't shopping. You're not the type of guy who finds enjoyment in shopping, to be fair, lol. But the weather turned to real shit, so now you're home, ready to watch some Twitch. Well, that's great that you had some great time with friends as well. And I don't blame you, like, it can be good just to get in to where you need to go and then get what you need and then, go back home. But that sucks about the weather as well. That's so annoying when that happens. Thank you, Zereth, for redeeming the take it easy, I'm just needling you. Take it easy, I'm just needling you. The only enjoyment in it is friends doing stupid shit. Well, that's totally fair as well. Alright, so Lara died to that enemy. Where did I save it last? Oh, I saved it here. Duh. Of course, of course, that would be where I saved it. Lara's literally stuck. Her head's stuck. I can't move her. We'll reload the save. But shopping is more of a necessity. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. What an interesting back you got there, Tom. Tom, the braider. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I'm the master braider. Of a Tom Braider, the Battle of the Braiders. It might look like nothing is happening there when I do that kind of stuff, but for those who don't know, in this game, and most likely for the next 5 games after this, if not the 6th game as well. If you just have Lara jump on the spot and hold down the button, she moves forward automatically in increments. So that's something I'm allowed to use for this playthrough as well. I'm allowed to have Lara jump forward in increments as long as she's not moving forward by running forward. The sequel to end all sequels. And no doubt a sequel to that would still be made. Of a Tom Brader. That's the way of the corporate greed, Tom Brader and the corporate braiders. Braiders of the lost comb. Are they honor among braiders? Something I also forgot to mention that might actually change how this challenge is if you change the control scheme, but I've got it set to the tank controls, which I find works a lot better with the grid-based system that they did for these old school games. But I can imagine playing this game with the modern controls active, it changes things. So it kind of makes it so that, like, in the tank controls, if I press left or right, Lara doesn't turn left or right, as in turning to face left or face right. Um, Hang on, no. If I do this, she'll obviously change direction. But if you want to move forward in a different direction, you have to actually move to face that direction, then press forward. Whereas in modern controls, if Lara is facing like this and you press left, she'll automatically face left and move left. And same with, changing directions as well. So I don't know how that would affect this challenge if you're doing it with modern controls. But yeah, I'm doing it with tank controls, which is my go-to by default. I tried the modern controls with this and it just didn't feel right, so I just went back to using the tank controls. It just feels more comfortable for me. Plus I got a lot of muscle memory from playing tank control games a lot in the PS1 era. Okay, so Lara has, let's see, I'll make a save. She might die from this fall. Just save first before making the jump. Oh no, that's good. Cricket, you finally got your Xbox One controller to recognize all your buttons, especially the triggers, again for AC Revelations. However, you had to map your controller to replace keyboard keys, so it's not optimal but at least playable now. But essentially you're using keyboard as input and then use your controller to trigger keyboard presses. Couldn't for the life of you get it to work simply as a controller, and you never had that issue before. That is really annoying and frustrating that that is what you had to do too, as well. Like, without it being something that just corrected itself or was easily fixed and using a different method. That really sucks, dude. It's good though that you've got it so you can actually play it, which is great, of course, but still, it definitely isn't ideal to have to go through all that trouble to get that to work instead of it being able to just work normally. Because we're underwater and water is an exception, we can swim underwater. I'm allowed to do rolls underwater. I just can't do rolls on the ground, and I can't do rolls when I'm jumping in midair. Crooked, yeah, it's the reason you decided to play the Ezio collection instead. But since Levy is playing Claire Obscure on the Xbox right now, you don't want to take away time for her to enjoy it. So that at least gives you an option to play Revelations on PC potentially. Oh, absolutely, dude. That's definitely fair too, as well. And it's good that you have something that you can actually use as a workaround too. That makes sense. Frogs can't do that either. That is true. In the original version of Tomb Raider 1, Lara couldn't do a roll mid-air, but in the remaster version, they actually added that back in. And in the remaster, even if you have the old school graphics active, you can still do it. So switching between the old graphics and the new doesn't prevent you from doing, actions like rolls in midair and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in the very original versions of Tomb Raider 1996, you couldn't actually have Lara do a roll in midair. That was something that Tomb Raider 2 introduced. Now this is going to be fun with the T-Rex, with this challenge. I've made Lara get stuck again. The game won't let me have her jump even forward. Good thing I saved directly here. So with my challenge playthroughs of games, I don't, with certain exceptions though, I don't usually test the whole game through off stream and then decide, all right, now I'm going to do the game again but stream it. What I like to do is I like to make it so that my experience with doing the challenge throughout the whole game becomes like a bit of a problem solving thing where it's like, go through the game adhering to these rules until getting to a point where the game is like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you think you're doing? You're not going to pass by this area being out just doing that. You need to do something else and sussing things out. Because what I like about that is people who are watching me do the challenge live, they get to see it being worked out live as well. There's definitely something to be said for videos where people watch something that's being done after the fact, and they can look at that and they can go, oh yeah, that person is doing the challenge and they've done it. But being able to catch someone doing a challenge live means you get to see all the moments where they're sort of like thinking in real time on the fly about what exception do I need to make here and all this kind of stuff. Which part of the game is going to be more difficult? Because sometimes you might think one part of the game is going to be easy, but it won't. And you might think that one part of the game is going to be hard, but it isn't. So it just depends. You did, Ave, you did hear Claire Obscure. Ave, it's too easy, give me a challenge. Oh yeah, Ave, that's no trouble at all. I hope that Cyberpunk goes well. Absolutely no worries at all. Thank you for good luck wishes. I would like to at least do the first few levels in this stream, but if not, I've started this playthrough late today anyway, so it'll just be a short stream. But in any case, thank you so much, Ave, for leaving the lurk. I really appreciate it. Would like to definitely recommend people check out Ave's channel. Ave is doing a playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. Relatively new to streaming, so if you're looking for a new streamer to check out, I definitely recommend checking out Ave's channel. And thanks for leaving the lurk too, as well. Oh, no trouble at all, Ave, for the shout out. Absolutely no trouble at all. More than happy to give you one. Hey there, Arctic. Welcome on in, dude. Oh no, not yet. Yeah, definitely not ending the stream yet. I'd like to try and do the first few levels in this stream if I can, but if not, then that's okay. I started late my time for this stream anyway. I did like a 5-hour stream of Rise of the Tomb Raider to finish my music-only playthrough. Welcome on in, Arctic. I hope things are going well, dude. Oh, as for me, things are going good, Arctic. Having a good stream. I'm doing this challenge. Leaps of Fail, I called it, but you could also call it Leapfrog. Leapfrog challenge. I can't have Lara walk or run or do rolls on the ground or midair as well. And the only other things that she can do to move is things like jumping forward, sideways, backwards. Oh, nice, Arctic. That's good. I'm glad that you're going well. You're going to go to bed 5:30 a.m. and woke up at 11 a.m. Oh, did you? Gotta love when that kind of stuff happens. Shit. I made Lara run. Whoops. Fazzle. Fail. There we go. You gotta be careful because when Lara does a jump and you accidentally press forward too late, you might press it when she lands, which then makes her actually run forward. And especially if the ceiling that she's jumping or trying to jump past is low enough. Hey there, Max. Welcome on in. I'm doing really good, thank you. Things are going well. How about yourself? Oh, nice, Max. That's really good, dude. Glad to hear that you're doing well. You just got a bit of rain outside, but clearing up. Oh, good. That's good as clearing up. That's really good. Yeah, lots of leaps. Lots of leaps for Lara, indeed. Oh, yeah. If Lara gets moved by an enemy, that's okay, because it's not me actually moving Lara. Nice one, Zereth. What year would Lara do well in? A leap year. You jumped onto that one pretty quick. There we go. Finally got Lara to get up to there without vaulting up. Because the height that it was, the original Tomb Raider doesn't have photo mode, but this game does. The remaster version. Just want to show this hide UI. Alright. So this this here, the reason why Lara couldn't actually grab onto the ledge while doing a jump is for whatever reason. I don't know why they programmed it that way. But it's just an example of somewhere where they want you to actually have Lara vault up on top of it. You can't jump on the spot near the edge and then hold the grab button and then she'll grab and pull herself up. It's designed so that you actually hold down the grab button and press up to make her actually do it. And so I've sort of counted that as not allowed to do it that way. But Lara can pull herself up over an edge if she's jumped to it and grabs the edge and then is able to pull herself up. But I've made it so that vaulting is different, because vaulting, by its very nature, can require Lara to actually move forward. I mean, technically, maybe I could count it as an exception, but I'm not going to. Alright, so with this jump, even if I get Lara to go to the very edge... Oh, I'll show it in photo mode instead. There's no way... Well, actually, no. Come to think of it, yeah, no, she'll make that from a standing jump. Never mind. Actually, no, Lara won't make it doing a standing jump. Just to show. Yeah, Lara definitely won't make that standing jump. Alright, so this is a must get to. So this is one of the other cogs that we need to pick up. So I have to actually make an exception for this jump. Lara can't make it by doing a standing jump, so she has to do a run and jump to get across this gap to be able to get this required item. So I'll reload the save. Alright, so I'm allowed to have Lara step back. for this and do a run and jump. Hello again, Mita. Welcome back, dude. It meets a nice challenge and quite ambitious. Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong there. That's for sure. Thank you for the good luck wishes. I definitely will need it. Sheila, thank you so very much, dude, for the raid. I really appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. Thank you for that, and welcome on in. Thank you to you and your raiders. Welcome on in. Doing a leap of fail or leaps of faith, not fail. I got a channel point redeemed for Assassin's Creed when I do a leap of fail. Leaps of faith for the very first Tomb Raider game. It's the remaster version, but I'm playing with the graphics to the old graphics. Hey there, Lone. Welcome on in. How's things going? And that's all good, Sheila, for the shout out. How was your stream of God of War? I hope it went well. Just trying to work out a tricky jump. I got a little bit of a thing I'm trying to test to see if I can get it to work. But I think I need to have Lara a bit closer to the actual wall that I'm trying to jump past. Dr. Darling, you had a 3-hour nap, and what is this? Lara looks different. I know Lara sort of went through a warp zone and she ended up in a world that looks like this, and she changed. Hey there, Dr. Darling, welcome back. Sheila, it was good. You revived Mimir and started your journey with him. Oh, very nice, Sheila. That's good. Alistair Duncan does the voice for Mimir. He's such a great actor. He was in one of my favorite B-grade movies, which is Split Second, with Rutger Hauer. It's kind of like a Predator knockoff, but he plays this cop who becomes the partner of the main character, and there's a really funny scene when he essentially becomes aware of what they're actually hunting. Great to hear that, Lone. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're going well. As for me, I'm going really good. Having a good Saturday. Well, it's Sunday here now. It's 7 past midnight. But going good. In Mita, she mistakenly went through a portal to another time and dimension. Exactly. That's what happened. And she's got no memory of where she came from. Alright, so what I was trying to do, and I'll see if I can use photo mode to give an example. Alright, what I was trying to do, and if I had a run and jump and tried it, and I had a lot of distance to make, I'd be able to make it work. But essentially what I was trying to do from a standing position was have Lara jump and clip past this wall, and as she's moving forward, have me push on the left D-pad to make her, as she goes through the air, veer to the left and then land on here. But as I said, if I had the ability to do a run and jump and I had enough room, I'd be able to make Lara do a run, jump, and because she'd have more distance, I'd be able to get more room to then make her lean in to the left there. But from a standing position, I can't make that happen. So if I show in photo mode, so Lara's about there. If I was doing a run and jump, as she's going through the air, I'd be able to manipulate her movement in midair so that she'd veer to the left and then land there. But she can't do it from a standing position. That's what I've been trying to do. But it's impossible. Which means it's time to make an exception. I need to actually go this way. This isn't an optional path where it's like, hey, you don't have to go this way if you don't want to. Now, there may be some level skips and all that kind of stuff, but I can't do that anyway for this playthrough. So I'm going to have to make an exception for this part, because simply having Lara jump from one point to this, she's not going to make the jump. Even if I do a sideways version, won't make that jump. Even if I do it backwards, won't make the jump. I can't have Lara grab in midair and then have her grab the edge, because the game won't let me. So I'm going to make an exception for this part and treat it as a gap that can't be passed unless we do a run and jump. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. That's what I wanted to do on that jump all along. Hey Lucinda, thank you for joining the raid. You're a little late, you were folding laundry. Oh, that's totally fair. I hope that all went well. The Leap of Faith challenge is going pretty good. I had to make an exception for a couple of spots where I couldn't make it by just doing a standing jump. So I had to make it that I could do a step back to get enough room to do a run and jump. And the second time, as you saw there, even though it's not necessarily like the same kind of thing, distance-wise, if there wasn't any water, I would have been able to make the standing jump. But because it doesn't let you grab the ledge as you fall past and still dangle your legs in the water, it meant that I couldn't do that. So I treated it like a long jump was required. But overall, it's been going not too badly. This is level 3, I think. And so far I've failed 3 times, where I've had Lara accidentally move. You've got to be careful too, because if you press forward too late when Lara's doing a jump, when she lands, she'll actually run a bit forward. So that happened a couple of times. Oh, and the first time the rule failed was because I landed from a great height and instinctually I pressed the roll button, because sometimes in these games if you roll when Lara lands on the ground from a great height, she'll actually not take as much damage. So that was the first instance. I accidentally pressed the roll button. Very touchy controls for sure. Oh, absolutely. You can also hold down the jump button and the move forward button and make Lara just do successive jumps really quickly. But the problem with that is you can also accidentally make her run. However, if I have her like this, in a spot like this, I can just hold down the left and jump without worrying about her accidentally moving forward, because I'm not pressing anything that would make her go forward based on which direction she's facing currently. Listen, so you need to take more damage in this playthrough now too, but how will you ever save up 100 medipacks? I can use save slots, so that's good. And so far I haven't used any health kits, and at the end of each level, you actually get all your health back. So I've got some nets I can fall into safely in that regard. Listen, so it's a good thing you can't pivot. Clever way to accidentally move forward after a leap, or to not accidentally move forward after a leap. Yeah, that's true as well. Something else that happens, if you have Lara jump on the spot, she'll actually incrementally move forward slightly. So I'm allowed to do that because it's not me actually pressing forward to make her run on the ground. She's still actually jumping. It's just that she's automatically jumping slight increments forward. So I can use that to refine where I have her positioned as well. And if there's like an item on the ground, I don't have to have Lara all the way over the top of it. If she's close enough and I press the button and she kind of shimmies left or right and then picks it up, that's okay. Because it's not me making her move forward or anything like that. Dr. Darling, no jump counter. Geez, this playthrough would take ages. If I had a jump counter, I'd have to put in the command every single time I jumped. Oh, sorry, I've missed your previous message too. You can see this playthrough taking up the rest of the year. Oh, I don't think it'll take that long. That's for sure. It's definitely finicky, and there's a lot of patience on my part that's involved, but we'll get there. Enmita, you got to go now. Good luck again with the challenge. Catch you next time. No trouble at all, Enmita. Thank you for the good luck wishes. Pardon me. I really appreciate that a lot. I hope that things go well. Would like to highly recommend people check out Enmita's channel. He's doing a playthrough of A Plague Tale Requiem. He's doing it without commentary. He's working on, I believe, some trophies. He's also playing through The Witcher 3 for his 10th anniversary, a 100% no HUD, no looking at the map, no fast travel playthrough, and also doing Alien Isolation as well. No worries at all, Enmita, for the shout out. No problem at all, dude. I hope that you have a great start to your stream as well. Lucinda Rod is the king of patience. I can definitely lose it sometimes with games and that, but then that determination to get the challenge done kicks in and it's just like, knuckle down. Uh-huh. Cody, sometimes, lol, I've seen you go Mushroom Cloud TNT and you're thinking, is this the same rod? Well, that's true, yeah, depending on what's happening in a game, you know. Sometimes it's not even in a challenge playthrough and stuff like that where that will happen. Thank you, Sheila, so much for leaving the lurk. Really appreciate it. And thank you again for the raid as well. Yeah, listen, rest in peace, Lara. There we go. Got through that level now. And now I'll get all my health back without using a health kit. Thank you, Lucinda, for the GGs. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cody, for the GGs too. Thank you. Whoops. Accidentally made Lara run. Cody, we spared no expense, lol. Had a giant boulder and we had 2 velociraptors. I'm allowed to move blocks. Lucinda, I'm assuming there'll be some spiky ceiling areas where you won't be able to leap. Quite possibly, for sure. If there's no sort of like way to angle the jump to not actually hit, then I'll have to make an exception for those moments. Sometimes you can cheese positioning, and also Lara can sort of like clip through. Like if you jump at something and you hold down the grab button, with Lara's hands in the grab animation, her hands can actually clip through and her head can clip through. So she doesn't hit her head on the opening of the wall into an alcove, for example. So there's little tricks like that that I can use as well. Listen to, yeah, been hearing her grunts from hitting walls and hitting her head on the ceiling. That's right. It's like, and then there. Oh, Octavius, thank you for redeeming that. I actually forgot to deactivate it. I'll still honor it though, but I'll deactivate that because that was a channel point redeem that I intended for playing the vampire game. It was actually an edited version of a random horror movie quote. Because whenever I would do like a horror game, I would have that available for people to redeem. So I'll just deactivate it, but I'll still honor it for you though, because you weren't to know. That's okay, Octavius. No worries at all. Thanks for redeeming the random vampire movie quote. Alright, so I've got a vampire quote. So what do you do? I'm a vampire. That's something I've never heard before. You mean this literally, I take it? Absolutely. I was waiting for you in that alleyway, watching you, watching me, and then you began to speak. What a lucky break for me. Perhaps lucky for the both of us. You said you were waiting for me. What were you going to do? Kill me, drink my blood, all that stuff? Yes, but you needn't be concerned with that now. You really believe this, don't you, that you're a vampire? We can't begin this way. Let me turn on the light. I thought vampires didn't like the light. We love it. I only wanted to prepare you. That's from Interview with the Vampire. Thank you for redeeming that, Octavius. Lucinda, it would be cool also if you had some kind of genre game quote channel points redemption as well. You just thought of that, like giving out a random horror game quote and seeing if people can guess it, or just saying them and telling us what they are, like you do with the movie quotes. Oh, nice, Lucinda. That's a great suggestion. That's awesome. Um, what I should do too is I could do one for um, Tomb Raider games as well, actually, like any adventure movie stuff or video games as well. Thanks for the suggestions. I'll definitely look into those. Octavius, you should make these redemptions more expensive. Yeah, it kind of depends. What points I sort of like put to certain redemptions. There's a few factors. One of them is sort of like how much time it might take for the redeem to be done. Sometimes it's whether or not I feel like it's redemption that is worth a small amount of points or not as well. Um, like something such as replaying like a whole mission, but only playing the music on its own. Um, like I don't have it active, and I haven't had it active for a while. But just as an example, um, to replay a mission with just the music, so no sound effects and dialogue, is 5,000 points. And that's only really because it takes a bit of time to do it. Plus, it's also a bit of an unorthodox way to play through it, like a mission as well. So just as an example. Um, but yeah, a lot of those channel point redeems about quotes, I sort of make them a smaller sort of like channel point um, amount because I feel like even though it might take a little bit of time to actually find it, once I've actually found what I want to read, it doesn't take long to do it. So Alright, there we go. That's okay, Cody. No worries at all. See you when you get back, dude. Rosie, you wonder if there was a railing around the motor spikes while this place was in use. Maybe a little sign like no jumping, please. Imagine if there was. They predicted the future from their time period when someone would want to just jump around a lot. How's it going, Rosie? Welcome. Hey there, Drake. How's things been going, dude? You're playing Resident Evil 4 Remake on Pro Mode. Oh, very nice. Haven't actually done the remake on that mode, but I've done the original on that mode, and it was a damn pain. Hope you've been doing well, dude. Drake, you're trying to get the S plus, and yes, you remember teaching me the Ditman glitch for the regenerator. Take a shot every time Lara jumps. Well, I definitely wouldn't recommend it, especially because you might get drunk very quick, and depending on what you're drinking as well, what strength it is. But yeah, that was a really good glitch as well. Um, Being able to make Leon actually move faster. Exactly, Drake. Yes, alcohol poisoning. Absolutely. Drake, you have to redo the knife fight against Krauser again, and you can't parry for shit. Oh, that fight. Always find that fight friggin' annoying. The second fight with him is a friggin' pain. Drake's second fight might be doable. It was so easy to fight him on the classic game and not on the remake. Oh, that's fair too. Yeah. I've only played the remake once, so I can't really remember how the fight goes in the remake. Listen, the bad thing about Resident Evil 4 remakes, pro difficulty is the only way a parry will work is if it is a perfect parry. On easy difficulties they'll give you plenty of room for error. Yeah, that can be tricky too, as well. You have to make it a perfect parry, not just a simple parry. Drake is like in the old game, Krauser is allergic to his own knife, plus Dittman. Oh yeah. So that glitch carried over into the remake, did it? The Dittman one? Alright. Gonna have to use health here, even though we're at the end of the level. I suppose I have to use health. I know, Lara. That's my reaction too to having used health.
Well, you have my total attention now. I'm not quite sure if I've got yours, though. Hello?
I'll heel and hide you to a barn door yet.
Of course.
You and that driveling piece of the Scion, you want to keep it so bad, I'll harness it right up your...
Wait. We're talking about the artifact here?
Damn straight we are, right up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This piece, you say. Where's the rest?
Miss Natla put Pierre DuPont on that trail.
And where is that?
Ha! You ain't fast enough for him.
So you think all this talking is just holding me up?
I don't know where his little jackrabbit frog legs are running him to. You'll have to ask Miss Natla.
Thank you. I will. Relocated now to St. Francis's Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumour amongst
my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Teokan, one of the 3 legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the 3 rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test.
Pierre, you litterbug.
Alright, straight away at the start of this level, there's like a, what is it, like a tiger or some such, probably not a tiger, but there's a wild animal that starts attacking you. So I'm going to save straight away. And this is actually where I'm going to be calling it a stream anyway, as well. Drake, they made a shotgun charm to honor him. Oh, really? I didn't even pay attention. I don't know if I noticed. Yeah, Lucinda is like, even Lara herself doesn't like having to use a health kit. Lara's like, oh man, we were just right at the end of the level, and we would have been able to just get our health back without needing to use a health kit if we only were able to get past Larson without dying. Dr. Darling, Rod using a medipack? A curse upon thee. I know, right? It must be a blue moon out there somewhere. Thank you for the GGs, Lucinda. I really appreciate that a lot. I want to thank everyone so much for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. We're going to go and raid out to Inmita. He's playing a Plague Tale Requiem. He's doing a playthrough to get some trophies. Before I do end the stream, I'd like to give some shout-outs, and then we'll raid out to Inmita. The next stream that you'll see from me will be this again. So if you see me streaming this again, you know it's become Sunday. This is my Saturday and Sunday game. Same with Tomb Raider 2 and 3 afterwards, when this playthrough is finished. They'll be Saturday and Sunday streams. I just want to thank everyone for watching. Let's give some shout-outs. Lucinda, in order to get the charms, you have to get them from the shooting ranges, so it's possible you could not get it. Oh, that might have been the thing too, as well. I don't think I actually went through and did those things. That's all good, Lucinda, for the stream. Absolutely no worries at all. Would like to definitely recommend people check out Arctic, who's doing playthroughs of games like PUBG Battlegrounds. He's a really entertaining streamer. Alve is doing a playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. They're actually a relatively new streamer. Crocodiles is doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. He's got a historical order run of different games across all these different series and franchises. He's doing them in timeline order, so the one that he's up to now in that playthrough series is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Lone is also definitely recommended. They've been doing streams of Lego Lord of the Rings. Lucinda is another streamer definitely recommended. Has been doing a lot of Resident Evil on the channel. Most recently did a playthrough of Resident Evil 2, the original version, but done with the Biorand remaster. Also doing the Resident Evil Marathon up to Resident Evil 6. Shitterlock is doing a playthrough of God of War, the 2018 game, for the first time. Also doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, doing a minimal kill challenge with that playthrough. All great streamers, so definitely recommend checking out if you haven't before. Sheila, absolutely no trouble at all for the stream and the shout out. More than happy to give you one. And Lucinda, no worries at all for the shout out and the shout outs. It's all good. Absolutely no trouble at all. Here's a general raid message that people can feel free to copy and paste. And I'll put one in chat for subscribers to use as well. Oh yeah, Lone, that's no worries at all for the shout out. No worries at all. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching the stream. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll catch you in the next one.